Hi Cancer, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot. I just thought I would do a quick check-in for each individual sign. The readings are going to be somewhat short. It's kind of a lot more than I intended on doing for a mid-month check-in, but because this eclipse is so strong and so powerful that I really wanted to check in with each of you individually to kind of get an idea of what's going on. So like I said, we have a major eclipse coming up this weekend. And it's at 0 degrees Cancer, so of course there's no escaping it for my Cancers. Whether you're here for your sun, your moon, your rising sign, whatever placement you're focusing on, believe me, it's impactful. And it's really impactful for all of the cardinal signs because it is such a cardinal energy. And this could really be considered kind of a launching pad in our personal lives. Now, we're going through a lot right now with all of the other energies going on, which I've been kind of talking about in each of my videos and definitely in depth more on your monthlies. So if you want to take a look back at your monthlies, you might find some more information there. Also take a look at some of the pick-a cards. We're still in those retrogrades. The Venus retrograde, the Jupiter, and the Saturn are all posted pick-a-card readings, so you could kind of focus on your energy and see what's occurring in those placements for you. Anyways, back to the eclipse, because I don't want to frighten anybody. It's a solar eclipse. This is about new beginnings. Now, it's on the world point, so mundane astrology is a completely different story. And we haven't even begun to unravel all that's been occurring behind the scenes right now. There's a lot that we just don't know. But it seems like in our personal lives, we're being invited to kind of get things going. All those new beginnings you've heard me talk about, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, figuring out the dream, what do you want to do next, what has to be left behind, we're entering that new phase. And I know I say every month we're getting a little bit closer to it becoming a 3D reality. You could consider this eclipse to be the absolute launch pad into, the divine kind of taking over and shoving you. We tend to get anticipatory anxiety when it comes to big moves in our lives. And sometimes, especially because of the stagnant energies we've been in, we become very adjusted to, I'm seeing the Temperance card in my head, kind of letting things cook, letting things digest, waiting for things to unravel and be a little bit patient. And we've been in that energy. We've had an extremely long time in that energy, and we're not even done because Cancer, also Mercury is going retrograde through Cancer. So we're adding, as Venus is going direct, Mercury is going to retrograde, and I think it gives us the opportunity to really integrate the past pieces of ourselves along with the future and where we want to go, having the courage to make the big decisions and the energy to see it through. So that's kind of where we're at this month. I'm going to pull a couple astrology cards just to get an idea of your environment and your energy, and then we'll do your regular Rider-Waite. Okay. Grand Trine blessings, 11th house friends. Blessings. It's important that everybody see this because I think when we hear eclipse, and especially with all of the energy that's happening with us, we think of bad things happening, and that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes, a loss of a job, even, in the moment we can look at like, oh my God, I'm never going to make it through this. But sometimes it could be like that push in the direction that you needed, that shove. where you weren't going to, take the leap of faith yourself, and somebody had to step in, and usually it's divinely guided. So Grand Trine blessings and the 11th house. That's a 10, meaning a mastery number. And the 11th house is 8, meaning transformation. Now, the 11th house is a house of gains as well. It's where you kind of take leadership. 11th house is our wishes and our dreams coming true. And this could definitely be around your circle of friends, somebody that you meet, somebody introducing you through friends to something that really brings in a lot of blessings. As well, your friends might represent kind of a catalyst for you this month, maybe in recommending you for a job. They could be instrumental. If this is not friends, the 11th house also represents groups that we're affiliated with. And it could also represent authority figures, benefactors into our life, maybe even people we don't know that we find out want to invest in us. Obviously, there's a story here, so let's pull some cards. Completion. Okay. So the situation, it looks as though something is coming towards you, a blessing. This is really, a Grand Trine it's an energy where you don't really have to do anything. It's just headed your way. The work's already been done. It's set out. It's destined to be. Now below that, below the surface, is a 3 of Pentacles and the moon. So again, I'm getting this feeling of you not really knowing who this person is yet. You might be listening to this reading and going, I don't even know what she's talking about. This doesn't even make sense. I get it. Sometimes, Spirit talks to us that way. But I'm definitely picking up an energy of something is headed your way and it's going to really shock you. It looks like somebody wants to invest. And it's somebody who's stayed quiet, maybe in the background. I'm definitely getting a feeling of a benefactor coming in here. What's behind this is an Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups, telling me that this may be a relationship coming to you, maybe wanting to increase the level of commitment that you're at, as well as either offer a solid commitment like an engagement, or want to give you some kind of money, a job offer, again, maybe help you invest in your future. It could also be somebody willing to pay for you to go back to school or receive some kind of training. What's crowning this, your highest hopes and dreams, you have the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, which is pretty interesting. Like I said, under that Grand Trine, I was picking up the 10 as well. So it's closing out a cycle, reaching a level of mastery in which you can move on to greater balance in your life, move on to being able to give and receive equally in relationships. And we also have the 9 of Wands here. So I think this is the energy you're in right now, which is kind of that wounded warrior. you may be looking at this and thinking it's too good to be true. I don't know. I get a feeling of like you didn't see this coming. You had no idea. You're almost not trusting it. And I'm going to clarify on that really quick. I don't know. I feel like it's something along the lines of what you may feel is over has a very different outcome. All right, let's pull some cards on this Nine of Wands. Oh, that's a lot. That's too many. Too many. Took a couple cards for this Nine of Wands. Why are you in this energy? Definitely feel as if you are not expecting or trusting this. Okay, offer could definitely be coming from a Leo. A Leo that you think might be walking away. Or a situation in which you don't feel like you're getting the recognition that you deserve. And you don't feel as if there's a place for expansion and growth, or like I said, the higher commitment. It's just so weird that you're in this energy of like, yeah, right, no way. And yet it's here. And it's pushing its way to the surface. And you're not exactly opposed to it because it comes out as crowning you. It's your hopes and wishes. I think you want to end one certain struggle that you have with life, and I feel like there's this one thing that could really pull it all together. It gives you stability. It is love. It's definitely not a question of love. More about this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Cups. Seven of Swords in reverse. You're blocking this from happening. Seven of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is definitely an energy where what you're about to find out maybe with this eclipse you may have felt somebody pulling away from you. Now, the Knight of Swords could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it could also represent communication. So there's communication coming in that's very honest and very truthful. Now, keep in mind, Mercury is retrograde. This could be somebody coming back from the past, giving you a different perspective, wanting you back. I don't know if you want it or not. It might be a friend from the past that comes back and tells you that they have feelings for you. I'm not sure if you're going to accept it or want it. I definitely know you're not expecting it. Now, this Three of Pentacles and the Moon, I know I said this would be short, but I just get so curious. Let's pull some cards on this. Yeah. Justice card in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. This is somebody that walked away from you in the past. This is somebody who took advantage of you. I feel like they took advantage of your heart a little bit. You know, it might have been a situation where they needed to make a decision between you and somebody else. I'm picking this up, Three of Wands in reverse. They had to make a decision between you and somebody else, and the fact that they weren't making a decision is why you had to leave, actually. I'm getting a feeling that you had to leave. Somebody had to walk away from a three-party situation. And I'm getting that they made the wrong choice, and that this whole time they've wanted to build with you. Things that are happening below the surface that you don't know yet. And let's just pick a couple for the Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Just because why not at this point? Oh, I'm only at 17. Golden. Golden. We'll wrap it up here. Oh, yeah. For sure. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and the Six of Cups. This is definitely somebody from the past, for sure. And could be a Taurus or an Aries, could definitely be a Pisces or a Scorpio. Definitely a Cancer is coming up here as well. That's you. I think somebody's taking control. I think somebody now understands what the Nine of Cups is, what it means to have the Nine of Cups. So when I say that, you know, when you have the Nine of Cups, you have enough for yourself. When you have enough for yourself, you could begin to work on other relationships. And you can't go from a 6, 7, or an 8 of Cups to the 10. You can't ever skip the 9s, and 9s are really important. So if you understand, you've reached a level of mastery emotionally in the 9 of Cups, meaning that you know that nobody else is responsible for your happiness but you. So you make better decisions from this place. And the Emperor is somebody who takes control, that, you know, they don't let their emotions drive them up and down. And, you know, that's how you get this, where you don't know what you're manifesting. The Emperor is in complete control, and he has a way of getting others to cooperate with him as well. And the Six of Cups, this is a past person. If it's not a past person, somebody's coming in and you're going to really feel like you know them. Like you've known them before. Like things just kind of click, which could also definitely explain this energy where you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Nobody's offering me anything right now, you know? Like the dating pool sucks. Things aren't going well in that department. No, I totally get it. I see that energy of like, what the hell? But it's coming. There's things happening, and, you know, stay open to it. Even if you're talking about an ex from the past and, like, she's an ass or he's a douche and you don't ever really even want to revisit that situation, conversations won't hurt at this time, because it's all about the timing, right? It's why they're coming in. It's because the universe wants you to know or see something. it could change the story drastically. It could change the story for you even on a subconscious level, which could maybe catapult some kind of healing and get you ready for a new love interest to come in. You just really never know how these things work, so it's important. Remember, you're at the 9 of Wands, so you're so close to achieving what you want. You're so close, but yet you're not trusting it. And you got to open up a little bit. Grand Trine, you're being supported. You are honestly being supported. So don't be so afraid. You know, don't put all the eggs in one basket. Don't get so emotionally involved so quickly that you're breaking your own heart. But I don't think you'll do that because of all the emotional wisdom you've gained with this whole Cancer Capricorn nodes. You're just not that person anymore. You're better to yourself. You serve yourself better. All right, Cancers. I wish you the best of luck with this eclipse. And take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.